Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
They run it with Carson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now, these two rivals played two of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
He may try and run for this. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo looks to throw.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, 49ers.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Seahawks' 42-yard line.
2nd and 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man, Gronkowski complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night?
And the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brings up
Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here we go.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Mostert. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 34. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 11 now. Wilson going to keep it on the option. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and 13.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. Finding some room at midfield. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
We got this.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And oh, it's blocked.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. That'll bring up second down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Garoppolo to try again on second down.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
38-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He'll find his man. That's Freddie Swain. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Carson, the first down and more. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Carson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Carson, the ball carrier.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. On second and goal, Wilson. He'll buy some time. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Myers' kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, 49ers.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Touchdown, 49ers.
Complete.
Dante Pettis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
56, the mic, boys, 56. Check 56. Target. 56.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd and 14.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
Wilson's pass.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
1-yard line.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
First down.
The throw over the middle taken in.
Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
He was trying to fit it into Gronkowski there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Check 24.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Wilson with the hand.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 5.
They run again with Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Right there, 54 man. Watch the run. Hey, one set. Check, right 54. Right 54. Watch the run. They're running it.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Tonight.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.